Looking back, take a retrospective view of everything where it don't happen now. Do an introspection. Ask yourself this question. Say if they for take you back again, we wait where you know now. You for accept, say, make our children carry guns. Say, Muna carry those guns hazardous like that. Looking at the way you see like the public army now, you know that time you did for inside now. You did for inside the pot soup where the boil. Eh? Now we did outside where it look that territory from above. Ask yourself, we wait till where you know now. If they ask you, say the way Akwanga them, they will go about buying guns, giving people one PRG against a formidable, well-supported, well-funded, and well-equipped army like the Republic of Cameroon. They get human resources, they draft and recruit soldiers like 2,000 every week. With the present dispensation, which we see now, I they ask you question, say, if they take you go back to where we come, where they talk me the guy they carry guns, what can they show their face, they're no mad, what can carry around, do it around. If they for go back, you for accept, say, make we carry these guns like this, make we go this route. Give me an honest opinion. Because when I stand, we need to work on the ground, build trust, educate our boys and make them know what they could fight for, how to comport themselves. Like now, so therefore even those who get action. For only the use of means, the way La Republic get into them, know everything before we start anything. But that's not my opinion. I want you to tell me what you think based on what don't happen so far and what you see. If they take you back, wait you for things if happen. If agreement will carry guns, may they give guns to una the way una be take those guns. Thank you. I'll wait for you from you, Soldier Ante. Bye for now.
Yes, Past Soldier Ann. I go talk mostly about Sokadef for Meme, where it belongs to Dr. Ebenezer Akpanga. Chenegangwe for Sokadef. He die. Machine cam. He die. Transporter cam. Until now, before transporter die. The only picture I don't share that the one with the key transporter because he paid me. He paid me because now people don't respect me, and for me for just see lost life, so it will be very painful. So you know, say Ambassador if you wear white, they go to a black. You understand? You get free Marshal Timothy for Sokadef. Meme maybe run by two different groups. The bigger part for Meme be run under Asawana, one independent group where just for an infiltrator. Mr. Info sang on there for the group, you know which one they talk about. All Meme, that means nearly ran Meme, na Asawana cover and all. The only people where they get a separate name from Asawana na ribbons. For that stuff for General Ikeko. Bishop John, Mr. Sofoncha, Pa Bear, Mr. Hinfu Sangong, now people that way they be home, Meme. So I not very green again because the whole system be terrible. A lot of scam, lies telling, fake promises. Like today, we as a bunch of fighters we have a discussion. Someone that they need to fight again. After we get a message, I think the message is there for the same group. Say that they contribute money they pay president. But if they pay president for this struggle, they need to pay fighters. I don't serve Ambazonia for 4 good fucking years. I never get prim. I never get allowance. I never get salary. So since as we get a government, we'll get a head of that government when a president. Thank God sir, we don't sign contract for Federal Marshal, for Minister of Ministry of Defense, Bishop John. Be aware, no. So, at the reclaim and at the whole, the Ambazonian government and the current president, Dr. Sako Ikome, to pay our salary for 4 years and our prim and our allowance. I also not be wrong for we for reclaim our salary. We need our salary. We are very serious for our salary issue. If they can pay president, pay house rentage, pay salary, pay him allowance, they have right to pay our salary. We are the soldiers. We need our salary. We die, nobody will take care for our family, they abandon we. We get injured, then nobody care about we. We get number of fighters that get the list of it, put them for here. When I say amount for the fighter, they don't die. The family, they never see 1 naira or 1 franc CFA as a prim or allowance or salary or pension money for their picking, they don't die. So thank God that they are abroad. When I talk for Dr. Sako and the team for the whole interim government, may they pay our salary. We need our salary. This is very serious. We need our salary.
General Nambere, your cafe day up. This matter where you don't raise am so will not go end. Will not go end. Not only for this interim shit, what they call them IGs, where they take money, chop them, earn salary, say they be presidents, and they need to pay their soldier the way they say me they go fight. May they go fight. When we say me go fight this thing diplomatically, using other approaches, in a way, you know, go Hamburg will picking them, Hamburg with development. They say now, till the last man standing. But they are picking them, no, they for ground zero. They are picking them, no, they there. So we'll not go end now only for the IGs. We'll go for that people the way they say they don't get 30 years planning experience for war. General upon generals, they die. Soldiers upon soldiers, them die. They abandon their families, abandon their wives, abandon their children, abandon their parents, abandon everything about them. Someone can tell me, say, he go sit down for some meeting. Oh my. He go sit down for some meeting. Talk finish for that meeting. The commander of in chief of Iman, you even recognize it. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. We'll go look all man, all commander in chief. You go bring dossier, you go bring document for how well you don't need look after these soldiers the way they don't fall for ground. Oh, now fool them, may they go to fight. Yes. Una go bring bank transfer. Una go bring all the evidence. And we're not go do enough internet. Oh, we'll go for ground. We'll go for ground zero. Una go stand there too with una wives, una family. Yes. Una bring evidence. For open market square. Because we don't come up with peace plan paper. Some people they know now only for go spoil them. For plan conference for Canada, IPOA, PRAP, ALM, and several other groups. Only those same people where they did not only for collect money for Ambazonians, for diaspora, takes one, buy na motor for girlfriend, buy Porsche for girlfriend, buy all kind of things. So one they even drive na limousine now. But they begin their own and send them for ground. May they say, may they go fight. May they go fight a professional army. Una send Chakavum, give them. Una send them without even shoes. So when they walk up barefoot. Over the years, una send na una know what to do. Una know how to fight. Una know how to do this. Una only that una way. If no be una way, then at the highway. Una go bring evidence for the support for these last few years. Where una the giam Dr. Flo.
Yeah, Nambere, now what you drink today? So you two believe say con man Sako get money way if you pay one. My way it is struggling for chop for feed himself, feed able for feed himself. And I go who say go take money for come begin pay one day. Just forget that thing, that palaver about asking for Sako may they compensate one for all these years. The man not get money. Sako been a scammer from way back. He just can't use this Amazonian struggle, embed yourself there and then begin thief money. The only way we will not really make Sako account for all the atrocities that we don't cause them for this struggle. Now forget some of those boys that made a Waka Mexico road, come put one eye granite for a shield. Now all that. Put one eye granite, go find John Ego one, put another granite there, and then go back. That's the only way. A scammer never retires. The only time if you take a scammer out of a game now when you catch it or now when you quiet. So use the other alternative. Put one eye granite for that shoulder. Thank you.
Yeah, good day, everyone. Nambere, send this audio so send out for Sako group. Or make me Mama G take and send out for Sako group. Since when he asked me supporters they made it pay as president made it pay how made it pay things. Perhaps he go ask them to just add your own money on top of when they raise the money for send out for you. May add your own on top. So that they send out for at the same time.
Some people, they don't ask me this question before. They say, countryman, you talk say you favor federalism inside Cameroon, but at the same time, you talk say two-state federation enough ever work. And at the same time, Archbishop Andrew Kia, he talk say, the Southwesterners, they be proposed 10-state federation inside Cameroon, and the Francophones, they deny them, say they don't want them 10-state federation because they don't be used to the federation, and they don't want to be under a federal structure. So what is the way forward? Now, when I remember, politics is a game of interest, and politics, knowing that something it happen overnight. Now give an example. President Amadou Ahidjo Edobi want federation inside Cameroon, but if he accept federation as a compromise, that's what you do in politics. If you know, say the former British Southern Cameroons, they come in and they don't talk about federation as their discussions then with John Gofoncha, with the British and everything else. So he accept federation, even though it no be like him. After they don't gain the federation now, it take it from 1961 to 1972, almost 11 years to work the federation and then abolish them with the consent of the people then for former British Southern Cameroon. So what the way he do now say he slowly and over a period of time, over a decade, it convinced the people them of the former British Southern Cameroons say federation is not being the best form of state, so may they get a unitary state. It convinced them. It no use gun. It convinced them. Politics is a game of interest. It starts from 1966 when it convinced the John Gofoncha, EML, Ndele, the Estimuna, them say they dissolve their political partism for form one party system inside Cameroon. They accept them. That is one step towards a goal. And as we, the Anglophones, they be politically naive, we don't know how politics is be played. We don't know say now so you're supposed to drum. You're not supposed to just cry, they scream, they shout. No, you do politics. The work is done in the background. It takes a process. It takes a while. So use the same similar example. If we now want federation inside Cameroon, the 10-state federation, and the Francophones, they know one time, now is your opportunity. Give them reasons for want the federation. Do politics. Explain to them. Politics is a game of interest. Make them see the interest for them, for themselves, in making Cameroon a 10-state federation. That's what you do. You don't just sit there and cry and scream on social media. No, do the work. President Amadou Ahidjo, it will take more than 10 years for convince the population for West Cameroon, say may they abolish the federation, and the population for West Cameroon, they accept. And I know say some when I go talk say, the referendum for 20th May 1972, when I go come up with some conspiracy theories and lies. No, listen, the referendum itself did not change the form of state. The referendum informed the government of what to do. Just like how the plebiscite on the 11th of February 1961, it be informed the United Nations of the wishes of the people. A plebiscite or referendum informs the government or the general public of the wishes of the people. The actual document that changed the form of state was passed in the Federal Assembly of the Federal Republic of Cameroon. And in the Federal Assembly, the former British Southern Cameroon, when now West Cameroon, had a veto power. Veto power means everything. No legislation, if it pass and become law, except a majority of the delegates from West Cameroon, they vote them. That is a fact. Go read Article 47 of the Federal Constitution. It talk and for day. By 1972, at this time, there were 100 seats in the House of Representatives. 20 of those seats it will belong for West Cameroon, and 80 it will belong to East Cameroon. They will need a minimum of 11 out of those 20 seats from West Cameroon. They had to vote in favor of changing the constitution from a federal state to a unitary state. That is what happened. The general population for West Cameroon, where they will vote on the 20th of May 1972 referendum, when I feel go lie about what will be happen, when I feel talk say they be say we and yes, when I feel go talk all those lies, talk say they so the population will be misinformed, uneducated, when I feel lie all of those lies. But you know if it lie about the fact say the delegates where they will be elected, the educated, the elites, 20 delegates, representatives from West Cameroon, where they will sit at the Federal Assembly inside Yaoundé. Now them actually sign the death of the federation inside Cameroon. It not between President Amadou Ahidjo. President Amadou Ahidjo could not sign on that document unless it was voted in the Federal Assembly. Make una understand this truth. So a majority of the delegates from West Cameroon, and as a matter of fact, it was not just a simple majority, it was all of them, all the 20 delegates from West Cameroon, they be vote for change the constitution from a federal state to a unitary state. That is how the change happened. It was not by the referendum. The referendum just informed the state. It gave President Amadou Ahidjo the go ahead for sign on that document. But the actual document where it signed on was voted in the Federal Assembly. That is how the constitution could be amended. Read Article 47 of the Federal Republic of Cameroon Constitution. It talk and for day. So politics, no mean that's something where you just walk one day you vex because you write concours, you know pass. You talk say me they change the country now. No, it is a process. And if we start today, maybe in 10 years or 20 years time, we will successfully convince the rest of the country, the Francophones them, make they buy in to this idea of federation. But until then, if we just go, she don't begin cry amongst ourselves as usual. Anglophones, they like for talk amongst themselves. They like for talk to themselves so that they go lie for themselves and convince themselves. And if you convince yourself and you believe whatever you say to yourself, what change are you going to bring to the country? None. So you just become a noisemaker in the wilderness. So which way Anglophones they need for do? If you want to achieve the 10-state federation inside Cameroon, you need the Francophones to buy into that idea. Just like how Amadou Ahidjo, it will make Anglophones, West Cameroon, buy into the idea for unitary state.
I want this history to pass very clearly how special status came about because of the disagreement that occurred in the hall between Northwest and Southwest. This is how we quarreled in the hall. It was a very big quarrel. Since I am a man of many worlds, I unfortunately found myself between the Northwest parliamentarians and the Southwest parliamentarians. So I was the one who was almost dividing the fight in the hall with Bishop George Nkunda. This is a reality. So people just come and enter the story in chapter 3. They don't understand how it came about. And this is what I want our televiewers to understand.
Okay. Thank you so much, Your Grace. At least now we have an understanding of what eventually brought about the special status. And Your Grace, coming back to our talking point, the question now we're asking, with the untold suffering, and this major national dialogue was meant to bring solutions to this crisis. Now, but the crisis is still ongoing. How do we reconcile these two facts that people sat to bring solutions to a problem, but the problem about years after, the problem is still ongoing and people are still dying, people are still suffering? How do you reconcile these facts?
Let me tell you something, my daughter. Dialogue is not an event. Dialogue is a process. The Grand National Dialogue was an event. But the dialogue to solve the crisis is a process. And the Grand National Dialogue was the beginning of that process. We are within the process of ongoing dialogue. And that's why I say there are many things we cannot say on television.
Okay.
But we are having all kinds of meetings on all sides. We are meeting all kinds of people, both in the international community and locally. And dialogue is continuing to see how to bring an end to this crisis. And one of the things which is clear to me at this point is that this crisis will not be solved by force. This dialogue has to continue until we reach a point where there is an understanding and there is a solution. So dialogue, the Grand National Dialogue, was not meant to be a magic solution to the crisis. The Grand National Dialogue was the beginning of a process. When that process will end, we don't know, but the process is ongoing.
So the Archbishop, he don't talk say, the dialogue is an ongoing process, not an event. The actual Grand National Dialogue was an event, but the dialogue amongst Anglophones must continue. So, who will be Archbishop Andrew Nkunda for comment or for talk about the Anglophone crisis? Very important question.
Okay. Thank you so much, Your Grace, for giving us that information. Now, Your Grace, coming from the Diocese of Boya and having experienced the Diocese of Mamfe as Bishop, before going to Bamenda as an Archbishop, how much has this world of experience from the different dioceses shaped your leadership at the helm of the ecclesiastical province?
I think on the day I was installed in Bamenda, on the 22nd of February 2020, I explained that this is something God had done without us realizing. I was born in Widikum, in the Archdiocese of Bamenda. My father used to work there. And then from Widikum, my father was transferred to Kumbu. So I grew up and did primary school in Kumbu. And from Kumbu, my father was transferred to Limbe. And I finished my primary school there. And of course, I did my secondary school and high school around here. And after that, when I went to the major seminary, I spent 7 years. My first appointment was in Bonge Mission, which is the Diocese of Kumba. And after Bonge Mission, I went to Nyandong, Western Bakosi, which is the Diocese of Kumba. So in this way, I have a feel of what the whole province is all about. I didn't know that moving around like this, I was getting all these experiences to help me in the work that God was preparing me to do. But I'm thankful to God that I had those experiences because they have helped me tremendously in my work as Archbishop of Bamenda.
So when I don't hear what way Archbishop Andrew Nkunda talk about your background and based on your origins, usawe the boni, usawe you grow and your education, your heritage, your experience and your qualification, now the most qualified and uniquely positioned individual this where if it opine or give opinions on the Anglophone crisis and a person that will be present at the Grand National Dialogue. It don't experience everything where any Anglophone if it experience some inside Cameroon. So it be a person where it be unbiased and it no be politician. So it no get a stake in the whole game. So it just be for the truth and for advocate for the peace, tranquility and the prosperity of the people them in the Anglophone zone as one of the sons from the soil in the Anglophone zone. So it be uniquely positioned. Now one of the people in this way we need for listen to hear when they talk because it not sway one side or the other. It be straight, narrow down the line in the middle because it not be politician and it be interested in the truth, nothing but the truth and for see what people they progress and prosper. So when I get a background, when I understand, when I see the wealth of experience where it bring them into the game. Now make we go back for talk about Widikum, who's how the Bonnie. Archbishop Andrew Nkunda be born for 1965 for Widikum, where it be under Southwest Province. Yes, I know. Many of you know understand say Widikum it used to be under the Southwest Province. I go explain further, but before I get to that part, when I listen to John Akuru, one other person where he come out from Momo Division, he go explain a little bit of the misconceptions and some of the lies the way Anglophones they don't tell themselves, and then I go can analyze and explain further for una for better understand also the Northwest about the Northwest and the Southwest, and then I go explain for una why that one it be na a lie and now why that way I bring Widikum into this picture. When I listen,
you heard him cry about the Limbe port. You heard him cry about the Tico airport. You heard him cry about this, but he's the same man who said that someone's knee was on the neck of the so-called Southwest. And you know, he was trying to push there an unfortunate narrative created by La République du Cameroon in their drive to divide and rule the people of the Southern Cameroons. Because as Southern Cameroonians, we never had anything called Northwest and Southwest. You know, we had 4 or 5 divisions. I heard about the Bamenda division, the Kumba division, the Nambere division, and all of those, the Manfred division. We never had something called Northwest, Southwest. It was created by La République du Cameroon with the clear purpose or intention of dividing us to better rule us. And people like Belamoki, I call them, slave children, find themselves there, therefore feeding on that kind of trash. Because I asked this question when Belamoki is talking about the Limbe deep sea port.
So when I don't hear John Akuru, it be the talk for December 2024, and of course it attack now one of the elites from the Southwest region, Senator Charles Belamoki, where it be the talk say someone's knee is on the neck of the Southwesterner. The Southwesterners them they complain about this over domination from the Northwest. Say the Northwesterners, the way they don't move into the Southwest region, they over dominate them even in their own land. But we will come to that. Another point on the side note, na say John Ba Akuru na person we come from Batibo from Momo division. Now make we go back for what John Ba Akuru come for talk about. Say the Northwest and the Southwest regions or provinces were created by the Cameroon government in order for control the Anglophone zone. Listen and listen attentively. That is a categorical lie. John Ba Akuru will be educated and knowledgeable enough for no say the Southwest and the Northwest, as it be called today, it will be divided since in the time of the Trust Territory era. Now the British, they will divide these two territories them for administrative purposes them. John Ba Akuru go on for talk say they will get the Kumba division, the Manfe division, the Nkambe division, and it talks say about 4 or 5 divisions. Actually there were 6 divisions, but there were 2 provinces.